Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. You know, the title reads, Bank Crisis Within 6 Months, ? And ports strike by October. Okay? Or really at the end of this month, right? These are the things that are projected to be happening at this time. Okay, and we've been saying, and I'm one of the brothers who've been saying it. A lot of the brothers have been saying it, that, you know, something's getting ready to happen around this election time, man. Okay, because we can see it, we can sense it, man. You know, we can sense something is getting ready to happen, man. All right, the Spirit had the elder apostle Tahar name this the time of Jacob's trouble for a reason. Okay, and we're seeing this, you know, Jacob's trouble draw closer and closer and closer, right? And it just takes one event. It just takes one event to make that thing happen, man. Just one event. Okay, so yeah. So I was watching this dude. Mania. He's a Canadian YouTuber, and he deals with the banking sector on YouTube. Now, that's the topics he deals with is based upon the banking sector. So one of the things he said was that, well, the title of his video was in 6 months. You know, according to the data. You know, there's most likely going to be a banking crisis with the Canadian banks, you know, and that's perfectly in line with what I've been bringing out, dealing with the Bank Act that states by June 2025 that all Canadian banks must be closed, must stop operating. That's in the law. Now, why would they have a law like that? If the system is set up this way, why would they have a law that forces the banks to close? Unless they were preparing for something. Right? And we know that there's going to be a financial collapse, because that's based upon biblical prophecy, man. They shall throw their silver and gold in the streets, right? How ye rich men, right? For your gold is cankered, meaning your money is corrupt. So the fact of the matter is, you know, everything is in place, man. For the most part, everything is in place as far as we can see. So the only thing that's missing is that great crisis, all right? And they could bring that about in many ways, man. Multiple ways, okay? But you already know how the banking, there's one individual who did an interview, and I believe he was a Marine, or former Marine, if I'm not mistaken. And he said, yeah, you know, it's very likely in the next couple of months, or he said it's very likely there won't be an election, and that we could go through a situation where 2 or 3 weeks we don't have, you know, we can't access the banks. That's going to lead to definite civil unrest, if they can't access the banks, and they're just going to take things. Okay, the people that don't have stocked up, they're just going to take things. Okay, from the stores and so on and so forth. Just as simple as that. That's what they're gonna do. And we know that's gonna lead to, you know, things that are not being in the stores, you know, and things not being in the stores. The scriptures speak about these people get real evil when it comes to the lack of bread. Right? They're gonna be invading one another, so on and so forth, because of the lack of bread. That's gonna make people change, man. That's gonna bring out that animalistic nature in people when they can't eat, you know, when they can't feed their children sufficiently. Okay? That's what the elites want. They want that chaos, man. And that chaos is overdue. Okay? And when it comes, man, the majority of the people are not going to be spiritually ready for it. In the flesh, pretty much nobody's ready for it, you know, in the flesh. But spiritually is where you really have to be ready for it. Okay? Because the flesh it seeks comfort. You know, we've been living in this damn metropolis lifestyle, this Uber Eats lifestyle, this, you know what I'm saying? This, oh, your back hurts, you know, put some money aside and go get a massage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that kind of thing. You know? Well, you can buy the potatoes already peeled for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peel the potato. You buy the potatoes peeled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're coming to a time where, you know, all those comforts are gonna be taken away. Scripture speaks about them that live delicately. Right? They're not gonna live delicately for much longer, man. Okay? Coming to a point where we're gonna have to be like pilgrims on the earth for real. All right, so that banking thing, that makes all the sense in the world. But then on top of that, and whether it's gonna be exactly in 6 months, I don't know. I don't really deal with the time limits, the times they put on these things, because a lot of times they don't adhere to those times. But it could very well be within the time frame. Right? It makes sense for it to be on its way real soon, right? Dealing with the banking crisis. Like I said, they have that particular law in the books, in the Bank Act of Canada, which states that all banks have to stop operating by June of 2025. What's that about? Which is, you know, a little bit more than 6 months away. Okay? And you also have the dock workers at the ports getting ready to strike at the end of this month. See, this is happening before. This particular thing is set up to happen before the election. Then you got Trump going to go do another speech, right, at that area that he this first attempt on his life was at. In that same area. He's going to go do another speech there. Was it Pennsylvania, I believe? Right? So we'll see what happens there. Now you got this one dude, was it Ryan Roof or something like that? You know, he went and did an attempt on his life. And then of course, as usual, he had the manifesto. Okay, and in the manifesto they allowed that to be leaked to the public, and the manifesto was telling people he has $150,000 bounty on DJ Trump's head, and anyone who does it, you know, finishes the job, you know, I got $150K from him. That's what he's saying in the manifesto. So why would they allow that to come to the public? Why would they want that to be released to the public? That shouldn't even been released. If you have common sense, because then what? That might encourage other people to try and do that. But we all know it's all BS, man. The ones who have eyes to see, man. Okay? Okay? But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens in these coming weeks, not months. We'll see what happens in these coming weeks. Our eyes are open, man. Our eyes are definitely open to see what's getting ready to happen, man. Okay, now with the ports being shut down, all right, hey, that's where your food comes from. That's where your supplies come from, man. But most importantly, your food, man. So, what do you think that's gonna do to prices and shortages? What do you think that can do? If that comes to fruition, right? You see? So these devils, man, they're up to something, man. They're up to something. Okay? They're up to something. And there's going to be a time where these devils are just going to get off the grid. They're going to go into their bunkers because they know what's getting ready to pop off, man. They're not going to be out in the public at a certain time. Okay? And when you see them do that, oh, man, you know. We're at that time, man. Okay? So, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. This is a little quick video before I get to camp. And I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.